it's in there.
No, good. Keep going. No.
I think it's
Yeah, maybe.
It's that.
But, yep.
yeah. Nothing I can do about
Yeah.
that. So that's going to stay there. Well, the recording of his music is something I've been wanting to do for several years now. There have been other recordings. This is the fourth time that his complete catalog is being recorded in one CD, but only the fourth. And most of the music on this recording have only been recorded on these four CDs, mine and the previous three. The overwhelming majority of the music is not played by anybody, and it certainly deserves to be. And I'm hoping that by doing this recording, one more recording being added to this, perhaps it will generate more interest in his music and get people playing it. The music is of a very, very high caliber, and it's also extremely difficult to play. It's very virtuosic. It's beautiful music, very well written, very well realized, and worthy of a permanent place in the repertoire, in the standard repertoire. So I've decided to go and record all of this music, and I've been living with the music for several years now, so I know it well. I'm hoping that because I have a strong historic background on Llobet, that somehow that will bring something to the performance that perhaps lends more weight to it than other recordings may have. Although I'll have to say those other recordings are very fine recordings as well. Last summer I was looking for a place to do some videos, and someone suggested to me that a beautiful location was a small chapel that was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. So I went to that chapel and examined it, and it was indeed a beautiful chapel. And the real treat for me was that the acoustics were absolutely perfect for the classical guitar. And so not only did I do the videos there, but I decided that at some point I was going to do a CD in that chapel. So a year later, I was fortunate enough to be offered this recording contract with Centaur Records, and I knew exactly what I was going to record, the Llobet pieces. And so I began to make the arrangements to do the recording in the Danforth Chapel at Florida Southern College. And as you'll hear on the recording, the acoustics are indeed absolutely magnificent in that chapel. This part of the fun of this project for me is getting to work with the producer. The producer is a very, very old friend of mine. I've known him since he was probably about 15 minutes old, and that's my son Adam. He is a fine, fine musician. He's been playing guitar since he was 2 years old. I bought him his first guitar when he was 2, and he was already beginning to figure out how to play things on it. He studied violin from the time he was 4 years old. He reads music very well because of that background in violin. He has studied piano, saxophone. He is also a fine heavy metal guitarist, plays with a very popular band that tours Europe fairly extensively. And he knows my playing better than anybody in the world because he grew up listening to it and understands the music. And I can't think of anybody who is better equipped to produce my CD than my son, who knows my sound, understands the music, and has great ears. He can hear, any problems that occur. Nothing gets by him. So we're really happy with the results that we get when we record together. And we have a great rapport. There's a real camaraderie between my son and I.